Hey, we were back for power again. And we getting down to the nitty gritty, but I don't know what's going on with everybody in the show. People changing things, people like what's going on. I don't know what is their motives, what is happening, why new characters. It just a lot. But we will get through it. Check it. Hey, what's up? My name is Mizu. You're watching my channel, Mizu14, and I'm back doing a review of Power Ghost Book 2, Season 4, Episode 2, To Thine Own Self. It's another good episode, but listen, we got a lot of moving parts, so I'm going to try to get this not too long, but quickly as possible. And let's get down to the storylines. That's how I do the reviews. It's kind of easier to do it that way. So let's get on with the Monet and the kids, so like that first. So, Kane and Drew is trying to find out who did that to Monet. Like who shot up Monet at last season, and close to the end of last season. We do know that Diana set that up. Diana set that up, asked Tyreek to do so. But however, Tyreek's the one who didn't do it. It was Tyreek's mom who did that to shot the car when Monet and Diana was in the car. That was Drew and Diana planned this because, when they find out that Monet was behind killing their father, and then Monet was also behind of getting set up for Drew to kill Gordo. So it was a lot that's happening. So they're trying to find out. And since Diana lied and said it was Tyreek, even though it wasn't him, now Monet wanted to get them trying to find out who did that to her. So they in a hunt. So they met Drew and Kay met up with this guy Felipe, and he was in the burial site when the family got messed up at that place. So he just paid his respects, and Felipe don't know nothing. He said he don't even know anything was happening, but they don't believe him. Drew was like in another world, so Kane had said, Drew, Kane thinking he's running things. So Drew had to hit him from behind, get him from behind, and Kane broke the other guy's arm and don't know any information of what's happening. So he don't know who did it. So that's all when all said and done. So after that happened, they went to home. And we got Golden Books. She played as Janet. She is Monet's sister. I think sister because when the freaking kids came, when they call her auntie, but then they say we're gonna have family things, and they said about cousins and stuff like that. I was like, oh, so what is it? She had auntie, she had cousin. So I'll go right now, and for the sake of this, it seems like they are sisters, and she's the auntie. So they can't call her auntie, or call her Auntie Janet. So Auntie Janet is there. Monet is exercising, and um, her sister Janet was being there. It was like that was going on. It's like decisions he made and whatnot. And she's there to take care of her. Make sure she get her pills, make sure she got pillows, make sure she rests. She needs Monet to rest, and she have Janet there to nurse her and help her to good health. But Monet being stubborn. So the kids came in there and what happened? No, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, kids came, Kane and Drew came in, so did Diana, was talking about all that stuff like that. And realized that Normal tried to get like a deal with the Russians. And they had noticed that, and they told Monet, but that was afterwards. So they had a little conversation, and they was talking in the chair, and wait, hold on, I was getting them mixed up. Yes, it was. Yeah, I was right. Some of the Russians and did the deal, and then now, well, they like that because it's like, what's going on? This can't happen because so much that the Monet get the deals to try like several their ties so they can have more product for themselves and not sharing. And now Normal trying to get more products and get that deal. So what? So that was happening. Simone ain't like that. She trying to get up, and she's weaseling and going down, and Janet came, so Sister Janet came with pillows and blankets and stuff like that, and said, "Leave it alone. Stop with the blankets. Stop." And everybody trying to make sure she good there and calm, but she's freaking out. So Monet's getting these flashbacks. And he said, your decisions is what led you here, and stuff like that. And you got to make the decisions now. They're reminiscing about her firstborn that came, and how it was there for her, and a lot of stuff was going on. And so Janet makes a comment, and Monet said, "So you think it's my fault that my kids got in this mess?" I said, "Well, decisions have consequences. You made decisions, it is whatever. You made a different decision, maybe it would be a different outcome." So she started having flashbacks, and one of the flashbacks is that she's there. The firstborn is Cain, and baby Cain is in a high chair, and she's was cooking something, and then baby Cain was throwing stuff on the floor, and she said, "Oh, what's going on, baby Cain? You throwing something?" I said, "Okay, gets a little Cheerio. He feed Cain, baby Cain feed Monet, young Monet a Cheerio, but Monet had his hair slicked, laid back. I said, "This is what she was wearing back then." But Monet was trying to get his game. So young Lorenzo, yo, listen, they did a great job casting the young Lorenzo, because he just sound like the old the adult Lorenzo. So I said, yo, that just sounds just alike. So it's like it's great casting because the voice and the thing sounds similar to the adult Lorenzo. Sounds just like the young Lorenzo. So it's like they did that with the casting with that. So I appreciate it. So he come in there, and Monet's like, just like normal fashion, trying to get in the game. Said we need to get products, and the product said we can't do that right now. I'm trying to work on it, but you got to be patient. You got to be patient with this. So she don't want to be patient. Monet don't want to be patient. She just want to be involved. It gets so much involved in it. So more into her flashbacks. Freaking, she was driving in the car with Janet, her sister, and they're driving, and then she was getting pulled over by the police, and she freaked out because she had the gun in the glove compartment. So it's like, give me that gun, like that. So try to took it, and then she stuffed the gun under Kane, and in a baby seat, and most likely people ain't gonna try to look at the baby seat, if they wanted to, but I don't think they would. So he started crying. And she said, "Officer, you put me over there. I'm speeding, officer, because I have a hungry baby back there." And that's that. So they got off, whatever, and got home. And then I guess apparently Janet told him, and so he come in upset. He said, "Why is you mixing our 50 kids in this business like that? What's you doing? You put a gun in the car, and like, what's up? Why are you doing that?" She said, "I did it because it get some products, to get this." And she has 2 stacks. And he was upset. He said, "Listen, why are we doing? We can't be mixing business with the babies and the thing." And he said, "Well, I had to get with the little because I was asking you 10 times to do so." And he said, "Doesn't work that way." We said, "I just got it. So what's up?" So he's upset. He's mad that he's good out, and that's that. So now she's in the bed. Okay, I'm just going my storyline, but I will connect how she got there. She's in the bed, and trying to take care. And she was asking the kids. Kane and Drew came there, and they spoke more about what's happening. And he said, Kay was upset because Monet could have got herself in trouble in the whole mix of things. You out of your league. It's things change now. You can't do what you usually do. Being the person who want to handle everything, you can't, because you could have almost got yourself unalive that night, and you messed things up for the businesses. Especially, they told her about the Russians thing, and she wanted to get a hand of that, but she didn't want that. But you messed things up. So Kane, so you out of your league. So she kicked Kane out. Leave Kane. Leave Kane. I said, not the baby you was using to get involved in this business. And I bet you exposed him a lot of things, got him involved, and now you want to kick him out. Because he does feel like, Kane does feel like he can run things because he was been around, he's the oldest, and he knows things, but Monet knows Drew is the smartest one, and trying to make she raised Drew to be the smart one to run things because Kane thinks he can run things and he can't. And so how Kane is, he like to run things. That's who he is, and stuff like that. So Monet talked to Diana and Drew and try to talk to them and trying to find out who did this to me and all that stuff. And they say they're gonna work on it. They're gonna find out. So that's that. So later on, um, Diana got out because she was taking something, and we'll get to Diana in a minute. But Drew was there, and Monet was over to Drew, and it seemed like Monet. We were thinking that Monet was going to apologize for what happened because she said, "Drew, I know about Lorenzo and Gordo and stuff like that," but she said apologizing for why she put them through it. She justifying her actions. She said she had to do what she do for the family, stuff like that. So he's upset because he said, "Listen, I thought you were going to apologize, and now you gonna come to me about you justifying your action and getting us involved, getting our emotions all riled up." So he had to supposed to get the pills because he gave us a sandwich, some food, and that's what she thinks she was going to have a sentimental value with her kids, and then it worked out because you justifying your actions instead of trying to apologize and understand your children hurt and feelings. So he went downstairs and tried to get the pill, but he saw there was oxycodone, and he seemed like he was going to mix it or switch up the pills. And Diana stopped him. He said, "Don't do that. Don't do that." It's like that. He said, "What?" He said, "Listen, we cannot be our mom. We got to do better than that." He said, "We had to do." He said his breaking point. He can't handle it. He can't do it. But he said, "No, you have to stick with it, and we can't be our mom. We can do better. Let's show us that we can do better than her." And I guess that's when they came, and she heard that part. I don't think she heard the beginning part, but she heard that part that we could do better than our mom. Let's show it. So that's that. So we gonna get into Diana. So we got Diana, right? And Diana is taking. She went to the store and get a pregnancy test. She got a pregnancy test, and she went to take the home test. Home test, waiting for the results, and it seemed like she was concerned because she saw the results looked like it was positive. So she went to the doctor, and the doctor confirmed she is pregnant, indeed pregnant. So now the doctor was trying to say is your options don't be more emotionally involved and like emotionally connected with everything. And she said, "What you mean?" And he said, basically, it's like, "I know it's to hide that you have a baby in your stomach and stuff like that, but you gotta understand the reality is you gotta think about if the baby is the right environment being in, and you gotta like house, a shelter, and stuff like that, and being safe." And Diana kind of flipped out and snapped. And I said, "Girl, why are you snapping?" Because at the end of the day, the doctor was doing her job. Now I don't know if the doctor knows your particular situation, but the fact that you was yourself in your family business like this in relation before, I know you want to get out of it and not be involved, but your parents, both your father and mother, put you back into it. Because I remember one time Lorenzo was trying to get you out of it and not be involved, but then in some way she got a jam, and now he put you back in it. So it's like both of y'all is messed up. Because I know Diana was trying to not be involved in that at all. But in some way, she kept getting woke back into it, and she kept doing stuff like that. So she's kind of like in her wits end about the family and things. So she's got to snap about the situation. I said, "Girl, but what's up?" And then the possibility that you pregnant by Tariq, because we know she had sex with him and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't think anybody else she had messed with. No, she wasn't messing with anybody else. She broke up with that guy, the assistant, because he think he was doing too much, but she broke up with him. So I don't think it will be him, but we'll never know. But she was sleeping with him, but I don't think she would. That's the person. But I think it'd be Tyreek. But we'll see how the show want us to lead to whatever direction it is. But we do know she know how their baby in that environment that the family she's in is not good. And how will Monet, as being a grandma, would think Diana's pregnant and it could be possibly Tariq's child? Kay's already though they like her, and Drew playing on to go against him, but they did that to not him ratting him out, basically. Especially Diana and Drew. They want to turn against him so he won't rat out. But then so you turn against him, that's a possibility he will rat out. So it's like y'all plan wasn't working. But things were shot down the hill when things went awry when they're trying to off these guys' heads. So she snapped and freaked out about that. But before that, Effie wanted to talk to her and tell her, listen, girl, I didn't talk to you privately. You need to get on it because at the end of the day, I put your product. We all working for Norma, and we have to do what we have to do. And you got to pull your weight. She said, okay, just give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks, and I'll be all right. She said, okay, but don't bull crap around with this because Norma will have all our heads. So it's either you in it or you have a bullet, basically. And I said, oh, child, that's what Diana had to work on the pregnancy and stuff like that. And whatnot. So Detective Davis, we know he right now is in trouble with his license because he did some things like that. They were saying that he was talking about stealing things. He bribes people, and then he was representing a client, but also representing someone else who was a conflict of interest. So he represented two people, and he did that. So he had a person who was just like consistent of counsel, but also his who was the council boss, who was the boss of the person he working with, but also she's the lawyer, the person who will be going to be helping him and his client to help him get his license back. And Chad, we all know Method Man is a fine man, so like that. So while she was talking and she said it's a possibility we could beat this and everything, it's gonna be tough, but possibility. He was wiping himself off, and then while he wiped himself off, she was like, "Oh, he said like what you see," but she said, "So you want to say, you my boss?" I said, "Boss, girl, bye." Yes, he's a boss, but you better take the opportunity. Chad, what we doing here? What we doing here? Take the opportunity. You better bust it, because if it wasn't me, I would bust a split right on it. Oops, legs whip. Say, oops. Bust a split right open. Before Method Man, I ain't playing everything. He was sure I'm gonna work for that money, but did what he do, and then we find out that he went to the board, whatever, and they say they're gonna temporarily suspend his license to do investigation and see how things, and then they make the final decisions. But right now his license temporarily suspended, so he's upset by that. So he went out go upstairs, and then he had like a little appointment with not appointment. I said who was up there? He not practicing. Detective Carter. We'll get more into him, but Detective Carter came there, and Detective Carter was like, "Listen, I know you got some things," and he want David's help to get things together. If you help him with files and stuff, then he could help you. Detective Carter, who is Mike Ealy's character, can help you get your license back because some of the people that was aboard is cool with Detective Carter, and he could make some pulls to get your license. Only if you help him. So David said, if you mess me up, I'll mess you up. He said, well, enjoy this kind of life and everything. And he just walked away. And Detective Carter's doing a lot. And we'll get to them in a minute. But that's that. So that's the angle for Davis. Now, Effie. Now, I don't know what's going on with Effie and what her game is. it was her role at her angle because at one point you turned on Tyreek because you was mad at him for some reason. You was very mad, so you turned on him and you told Norma that he was threatening her daughter. And you think Norma was not going to be upset by that. So, but then around you told him last episode to freaking warn him that Tyreek and everybody else are coming after him. So we in this classroom and you feel like you push a lot of the products. So whatever you feel like that's what you told to Diana. Then you in this class, and then you had this thing about government and warning and stuff like that. Whatever the class session was about, what's this? It talked about wants and success and power and defeat and all the extra stuff. You have a debate like normal fashions, but it's like it's crazy because like last season, I did like how the title of the episode tied in the classroom discussions, no down, no self, and then it had a classroom thing, but it wasn't. It didn't feel the same connection. It didn't feel right. It just they talk, but I said, how does that now know that self how that relates to the title? So because a lot of things happen. So Tyreek said something, and then Effie said something that undermined it, and he was like, whatever. So he walked out. It's the Tyreek, come, sorry. It's like, and he said, I saw like that. I was mad. And I told him I was like that. He said, what you think that I think you gonna react to that? He said, what you gonna think she was gonna do when you told her that was threatening like doing it? Like, you know that was gonna be the response. So for you to even think that Norma was not gonna take that approach, Effie, that's messed up. So you want to apologize, but he don't forgive you. He's not rocking with you. And he said no. So that's what she told Diana privately that she need to pull her weight. So Effie took it upon herself. She wanted to have a meeting with Norma and told Norma that she wanted to make a cut of doing the most work because a lot of people don't not push a product and she's the one who pushes products. So he want to make a cut. And Norma said, girl, bye. That's not happening. You think you got some kahunas to come around here? But Effie said, what if I could get you the deal that you want, which is the Russian deal? She said, oh, so Norma will say, okay, you got 24 hours getting to have it done. Because Norma wants that. Because Norma earlier told Obi that she wants the Russian deal. It's a connection. And this can help us out. And Obi said he could get it done. It's like that. But she said, oh, shoot, so you. And then she started getting suspicious. Obi said, so it was mighty thing to get the green cards. I was know how you get that so quickly. Because I know she won it. So I want to know who you put the strings on because are you handling your best? Because it seems like your best is not enough. And he's like, so I said, well. And she got suspicious. So do what you got to do. So that's why Effie came and talked about the Russian thing because she overheard things going on. And she get it done. So so Norma said, give me 24 hours. So she went to go to the Russians, walked in there like she owned the place and everything. I said, girl, you're very bold walking in there. And sat down with the other guys. And then she was telling herself, she would say, listen, you know what? I hack things online. I can fix things online is everything. You can find out bank statements, you can find credit reports and stuff like that. And once you know how to switch things around, you can alter destiny, you can alter things to your favor. And then she told her what she had done for something, and that led to what it was, like how she helped someone to get to a school that they wanted, or in other aspects. So he was like, "Oh," he says, "Why are you telling me all this?" And he's about the deal by Norma. She said, "Nah, I'll talk to her. We ready to decide." I denied that. We're not doing it. She said, "What if I could do this for your daughter?" And the daughter had a swimming team, and then her record is not good enough to get what she want to get. So she said she could alter the documentation for the records for him, and you just have a meeting with Norma, and he agreed. And he said, well, you better do this. You better change the butterfly, the back strokes, the front strokes, the side strokes, the dippy dips, eagle, spread eagle, whatever they want to do. So that was happening. So they're going to meet up with Norma. Remember, I told you Norma Monet found out about the Russians there. So Norma's waiting, and Monet went over there to try to intercept. She said, "What you doing? Why are you coming to the Russians?" No, that's not going to happen. And Norma would say, "Monet, you got to leave. Monet, leave. Monet, you got to leave." And Monet would not leave because Monet would kept going back and forth and doing the talking. She wanted to run things. And I said, "Girl, that's not how it goes." So the Russians came in, and Effie would say, "Monet, what you doing here?" And it just kind of like a whole gun standoff happening. And Russian was like, he pissed. He said, "Nah, this messed up. Y'all trying to set me up. What's going on?" And it's not supposed to be a setup. It was not supposed to be it. But Norma said, "Nah, listen." So everything got messed up. Everything got messed up. And at that time, Monet was kept like passing out and flashing out, and that's how I told you about the flashbacks already. So we have to repeat that again. So that's at that moment she passed out and fell on the ground, and then a flashback, and that's when they took her home, and she was in the bed, and that's what Kane was upset, and he came in and was like, "Listen, what's going on? Like, you could have messed up the observations. Why you didn't let it be, and whatnot." So, oh sorry. So everyone, she did that, so that's upset. So she wanted to get to the engineering program, and it was one slot open for interview. So she selected the slot and go to the interview. So Kay went to talk to Norma about what's happening, and he said, "Listen, Playboy, you need to fix this." He said, "I don't know, we can't control Norma." I was like, "They can't control Monet. She go do Monet, go do what she want to do." He said, "Oh well, since you up around here trying to fix it, everything, go ahead and get it done. Get what I need to get." So Kane got to try to work his magic to get the Russians back on board for Norma. So he called Effie, because the only source of person who probably could help him at this moment. And Effie was trying not to do it because she said she got this interview and she just wanted to live her life. So I did what I did and y'all messed it up. He said, "Good." So she had a soft spot, so she helped him. And she said, "Okay, whatever, I got to do it." And got there. She was late for the interview and everything. Help him. Walked into our establishment again. And the head Russian guy, he was sitting there. And he said, "Tell me why it's interesting like that." She said, "Listen, hold up the folder," and gave them untraceable semi-automatic weapons that they probably wanted and have, so they could have the guns and also have products to sell, so they gotta be leg up in the competition. So it worked out. So the so Kane said something, and then the guy said, "Okay, but in the future, I'm only talking to her, Effie." So I said, "Okay." So Kane went to tell Norma about this deal, and he felt like it was a great deal. Now Norma was not happening because she said that's not what I want. You go get a product like guns like that. That's not what it's supposed to be. That was the plan. So you said and wanted to buy me. You would have took part yourself and do something like that. So he was a good. So Norma had Obi choke came behind from behind, and then she had to pull something out. It was a slice on the side. I said, "Okay, go ahead and do it. You got to show them that the boss." But however, he convinced her to say, "I'm gonna convince you to tell you that my deal is right." And she said, "Oh, so you want to convince me my deal is right?" So she told Opie to let him go, and you go about your business, leave us. It's like that. And then she said she want to have a drink of scotch, and he's okay with that. So I said, "What's going on here?" Because I was like, "Norma, if you're supposed to be this person, like you let a lot of things happen. You like Effie to convince you to try to get the deal. That didn't work out. Now you trying to get Kane to try to do the deal for you, and then you didn't like that. He didn't come to you, and then you hit him up, but you dropped your guard down. You could have still nicked him or something like such like real quick so he could learn, but you didn't do so. You didn't do so. Like when you, I think Obi, when you hit it, slice his face or something like that, and everything because he did messed up, and you took upon yourself to teach him a lesson, so get him a line, and then you didn't lose for this Kane. So I said, I saw the trailer, and I said, I know they are not trying to make a Norma and Kane a thing. Really? And why she will fall for a subordinate? Like, what's the king got that she's okay? So, so let's get with this Tyreek thing. So, Brandon Tyreek, right? Okay, last week they said, this is a messed up, vulnerable thing. We gotta try to do a normal life, be a college student, live this regular life. And I wish I made that decision, do so. So I said, okay, do it. You gotta be a college student. You gotta live your normal life, live your normal life, and you gotta do what normal college students. You might be in college, you might be broke, you gotta work and stuff like that. It is what it is. You don't have the money now, and you can't push products because you push products, they find out it's in your head. So in school, Brady and Tyreek, Brady was sleeping in Tyreek's room, and the thing was hot, and it's like crazy. And alarms going off. He threw the shoe at the Tyreek, and Tyreek threw the shoe back on the ground, and they just go fussing, be back and forth. And that in the school grounds, and Tyreek would get heat for some his classmates, people at the school, and then Brandon started getting heat for some of the other people in the school because the family and what the Ponzi scheme that his company was doing, losing a lot of people money. And Tyreek lost a lot of his money in the Ponzi schemes too, put his money in the thing and then realized it. And then so it's crazy. So Braden cousin, whatever, because they still connected. He got to work in a real estate firm. So he got a job so he could go to. But Tyreek, it's gonna be hard for him because he got no money. So he went to financial aid office, and the financial aid person said that, well, listen, with your package and everything, you had to fund these things and you don't have nothing. So what you had to do to complement the financial aid package, you had to do work study, basically a work study program. When your financial aid is being paid for a little bit and you work and get some money. So he had to do 3 jobs though. He had to do some laundry, he had to do shop and something else. I forgot what the other one was. He had 3 jobs and he had to wear each uniforms. And I said, watch the jock straps, and he had to work at the coffee shop and then work at someone else. So I said, oh, he got to work this job. And while Brady got a job somewhere else. So all said and done. So he had to do that. And then he's at the coffee shop doing one of his jobs. Detective Carter came around again. And Detective Carter was talking to Tyreek. And, it seems like I'm going to get annoyed with Detective Carter. Every detective that comes in does the most and try to nail this game and try to go so hard. And usually every one of y'all gets y'all figure behind handle to you. So at the end of the day, stop going so hard sometimes. And he's doing too much because it's personal vendetta against what happened to his wife. And so drug connections, so that's why he's going so hard against drug names and people involved and trying to come and cracking down on them. So Detective Carter talked to him and he realized, that Tyreek is James St. Patrick's son and or whatnot and what he was doing and what was the connections like that. But Tyreek still trying to play them. It's like, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like what happened. I did what I had to do. I go to Samaritan. I report the incident. I didn't do it. The Detective Carter knows that Tyreek was the one. Well, Will in his gut think that Tyreek is the one that pulled the trigger to Agent Young. Angel Young. And I said, oh, well, it is what it is. But you can't prove with your gut. You got to have evidence. And if you don't have that, that's hard. So he said, don't mess with me and everything. I can get you. It's like that. And then he threatened him, telling him that his the wick stick is trying to release his mom. It's like that. She had like a month left or something like that. Oh, not a month left. He's saying, listen, we're going to kick her out pretty soon. So he saw that and he got that and he called Davis. And Davis told him and warned him about how dangerous Detective Carter is. He's like one of the top leagues. And he's not like the other douchebag detective I deal with. He's top notch. And his thing reaches strong. So you need to be careful around this guy. He's not something to play with. So thanks for the warning. So he said, okay, cool. So he went to see his mom. Mom was at some place. She was working at this thing because she got in trouble last time because she left New York and go what she was doing. So because she did that, She got in trouble. They said, you do one more time, you get in trouble again, we take you out of WITSEC, Witness Protection Program. So WITSEC. And so she said, he told her, he said, what's going on? What's going on with WITSEC? She said, listen, I got in trouble because I came out in New York and whatever and help you what you need to do. And then what I did, and that's like that. She said, what's going on? And he said, tell me, don't go back to New York. Well, she said, what's going on? Wait, I promise I'm not going back to you. So, oh, yeah, in trouble. What's happening? You get your money. He said, you lost that. You don't have the money. It's like that. So, listen, Tommy. Promise me, you just be good and behave yourself and not get involved. Like, let this go. And take care of yourself. Right? And don't come back here. I'm good. I'm not gonna come over there, but you can't come around here. It's gonna bring some heat, and we can't have that. So focus on you and everything, and I go do me, and I go fine. So when the boss came, and he was talking to Tasha some way, but her name was Rachel at the time because he got a different identity, and he said you gotta get back to work and put his arm around her. Now Tariq don't like that because he said he know that Tasha would not. No old Tasha would not allow that to happen, but she knows she can't do too much, and she can handle him. So it's like, listen, I got it. I can handle myself, but go. You take care of yourself. He said, cool. But you know, Tariq is not gonna let that go. So when the gang came outside, Tariq like tricked him, put the ground, and he like keys on the ground, and he about to lift it up, and then Tariq ran and just broke his fingers. It's like that. His hand. And it screamed out. He said, listen, if you ever put your hands around mom and touch her, talk to her like time away again, I'm gonna come and get you. And if you report this, I'll hunt you down. You got me? And he said, cool, yes. So I said, all right. Yes. So he left. And I said, no, Tommy can't do that. And now he's sitting in the car. His car broke down. It is completely dead. Called Braden. Braden came and got him because he don't got no money to call no Uber. And then he's sitting down there and realized he don't like the boring life. He don't like that. He don't like being broke. He need the fast money. I said, well, you better call his 50 Cent other show. Well, you better walk down in the valley and the girls get naked, work at the Pink. Work somewhere, or you better start an OnlyFans. That's how you get quick money. Start an OnlyFans. You're a college student. You don't need to do the fast life. You don't need to do the drug game. You can do OnlyFans. You don't think about that. Say you're smart. Don't show your face. Get the money. Whatever. However, he want to get back in the game and he want to push some products. And he said, listen, Brandon was like, you want a death sentence. At the end of the day, it's a risk, but you want to put us feet under. Why is you trying to go so hard? Like, stop. Do it. He kept convincing. He said, we can do this. We got to do smart. And they said, well, you the one said you was a dumb, smart nigga and you supposed to be the one deliver regular life, and now you don't like the boring life, and now you working so hard to try to get back into it when you're not supposed to be pushing products, and normal find out you dead. Like, Tommy, I said, so we do all that for last episode for you to want to get back in the game because you tired of being broke. Like I said, started OnlyFans. But whatever. So he get back in the game, and Braden reluctantly agreed. And and Braden one time he was trying to talk to this girl at the coffee shop that time he was looking at, and this girl named L, whatever, and she was singing "Weak" by SWV, and she did that, and she was talking to Braden. They said, "Oh, that's like that," and everything. And Kiki was there, and then she said, "Oh, what's up? I got a product or something like that, whatever, or a product," and he said, "I don't do that anymore." But if you want to do house real estate, I got you. He said, I don't know, thank you. You didn't sell it. And he said, oh, come on, do something better. He said, well, do better. That was that. It was a little cute thing. So they had to get plans on it. So he got to get a whip. He had a spare key of 2-Bit. Remember that deal they had with 2-Bit to get the car, whatever they had? It was a deal happening, and he got the car. I forgot the deal. It's a long time ago, and it's when it's go back to my reviews. But it was a deal. to get 2-bit off of him, and he had the car. So got the car. 2-bit went inside the area, a Vegan place, and Tariq said, if I got the backup key, then things should work out. So he went, got the backup, opened the car, and got in there and just zoomed somewhere where we need to go. I said, mm-hmm. So we're gonna figure out who he trying to connect with, who you trying to get, how you gonna get the products, so like that. But he needs to be careful. Him and Brady need to be really careful because Norma find out, y'all are dead. So Detective Carter also not only that remember he was in the beginning scene. The episode started with him there looking at the scene because there's the deal that the Washington products stuff like that got messed up, and Mr. Hollis was part of that. A drug operation, breaking it down to make a good one of the things. But it was busted. It was a big break of getting the Russia products. So that was like that. And he got the file from 2 young detectives trying to go back and forth, trying to figure out who one up and talking up and try to get the Kelly still. Like who could crack the case or crack the facts and put it together faster or better. And he said, cool, I got this, I can handle this, everything. And they put pieces together to realize that it was Tyreek most likely who did whatever he did, instead of trying to make it seem like it was just some random school person come and defend the detective. So there's that. So, remember I told you he went to go see Davis, he went to see Tyreek, and now he went to see Obi. Because, he just hold strong there because Davis told Tyreek the background of that he was detective and in the game, and then his wife got unalive in front of the hospital of drug thing going wrong. So now he be hell bent of nailing anybody who's a part of the drug operations and stuff. So he talked to Obi and he said, listen, you got connections normal and everything. He said, I don't know what's going on. He said, well, you got some green cards that happened so quickly for your brother. And for that, he arrested Obi and so come down to prison for questioning. So get the connect and get the assistant so kind of damage the figure operation for Norma. It's like that. So I was like, ooh. And then lastly, about to end this, Tariq and Monet talk, right? And Tariq told Monet he didn't shout her. He said, I believe you. It's like that. And he said this thing, and she said, how you believe you, and you believe me. It's like that. It's like they don't trust each other. But we do know that Tariq did not shoot at Monet. So he said the reason why that was happening, Kate Egan tell me, said, so what the hell Kate Egan got to do with it? Because he said Kate Egan told her that Mo Yu came and tell her and dropped the address of my mom. It's like that. She said, what? Oh, who do that? Who sent me like that? Like, who did that? I ain't do nothing. She said, well, whatever it is, it convinced it was you. So now she started thinking and said, what? And she said, whoever did that, would I for framing me like that? And I said, oh, well, hope you ready to go unalive your daughter. Your daughter's the one who portrayed it as you. Giving letters to these different people to set you up because she wants you dead. But so one last thing I forgot that Monet had last instruction. She wanted to know that she messed up so bad that she can't get her kids to forgive her. And it's an action Drew. And Drew's like, he said the fact that you asked is a start. And he said, just find out what happened to me. He said, okay, cool. So that's that. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. That was Power Episode 2. Hope you enjoyed the review. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this episode and how you feel about this being the final season and how you feel like the storyline going. Because to be honest, I don't think we need to really deal with this new detective. might get these characters because I think that he's doing the most. They're gonna annoy me. And then we got the sister, Auntie Janet, and I think she's not really big, but they still adding characters for the last season. So we'll see how this goes. I want to see how Tyreek and Brandon go outsmart Norma and get products and what you got to do. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. We'll be back next week for another review, okay? Peace out.